Landsleute und Freunde zum 77. Volksfest. We feel lucky to have such a beautiful day today after all the rain this week. At this time, we would like to start with the national anthems sung by our very own Gottscheer Chöre, the Star Spangled Banner and Gottscheerische Volksfest.
Will you be chairs too? Will you also I just realized all these ladies over there.
You're not in frame.
Unterstützungsverein, President Fred Höferle. Gottscheer Central Holding, President Joe Morscher. Gottscheer Vereinigung, President Robert Höferle. Gottscheer Bowling League, Representative Dave Kohler. Gottscheer Rod and Gun Club, President Joe Morscher. Lalvice Gottscheer, Representative Walter Shamich. The Erste Gottscheer Tanzgruppe, President Christiana Wolf. Gottscheer Hall Fishing Club, President Joe Kickel. Gottscheer Zeitung, Representative Anita Radsky. And Martha Tiefenbacher and the Gottscheer Landsmannschaft in Klagenfurt send their greetings and wishing us a beautiful day. The Gottscheer Gedenkstätte, Representative Elfriede Höferle, who would also like to be greeting.
Liebe Landsleute, liebe Freunde der Gottscheer, mit einem herzlichen Gruß aus Graz wünsche ich allen Gästen des 77. Gottscheer Volksfestes viel Freude, gute Unterhaltung und eine schöne gemeinsame Zeit unter den Gottscheern. Auch viele Gottscheer Nachkommen, also junge Leute, sind herzlich willkommen und sollen die Tradition der Gottscheer miterleben und fortführen. Ein großer Dank gebührt den Organisatoren, die mit diesem Volksfest die Gottscheer Gemeinschaft und die Erinnerung an die Gottscheer Wurzeln hochhalten. Liebe Grüße aus Graz, ein frohes Volksfest wünscht Renate Finninger, geborene Schimic von der Gottscheer Gedenkstätte in Graz, Maria Brooks.
I would also like to introduce our Vorstand for the Gottscheer Relief, Treasurer Robert Höferle, Corresponding Secretary Dorothy Ann Woodbauer, Recording Secretary Jillian Dial, Second Vice President Elfriede Höferle, First Vice President Anita Radsky, and our President, Sonia Duran-Kolesha. Sonia, could you please say a few words?
Thank you, Anita. Good afternoon, everyone. So wonderful to see so many friendly faces here, people that we know, people that we haven't seen in a while. We're always happy to be together to celebrate our heritage, the people that came before us, and to keep these traditions and our culture going. So thank you so much for coming out today. We are always thrilled when we get our volunteers to dress up in our Gottscheer tracht, and today we have Miss Heidi Belay. I'm sorry, Belay Jüttner. Maybe not a miss, but that's okay. And her partner, Robert Hutter. So thank you so much for honoring us by wearing the Gottscheer tracht. You know, it's so important that we do this annually. It's a fun day. We have a great time. All the work that we put into it, because we start planning in January, it's those little things that bring us to today and continuously, after 77 years, still give us a fabulous Volksfest. It's not one person, it is the whole team, my executive committee, as well as all of our club presidents and all of the other volunteers from all the clubs that come out all the time to volunteer and make this happen. So we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm going to keep this short. However, we do need to recognize one really special man today. Actually, we're going to be recognizing three. But in particular, where is Mr. Albert Belay? He was here. There he is. This past Saturday, actually a week ago yesterday, Mr. Daylight celebrated his 100th birthday. Last week, Alfred Fink turned 94. And on Wednesday of this week, my Uncle John Jellin will turn 90, and he's probably going to hate that I mentioned it, but you know what? Give him a round of applause anyway. How lucky are we to have these Gottscheers still amongst us, with us, working with us towards our common goal of keeping our heritage healthy and alive. It is so important that my generation and the other generations, or the younger generations, come, participate, learn about our traditions, our heritage, our history from back in Gottscheer. As a matter of fact, there is a group of us going back to Gottscheer this summer. Because to us, it is that important to know where we come from and just to celebrate it, to appreciate it, and to keep it alive in our heads and in our hearts. We have not to jump to next year, but just in closing, next year not only are we celebrating the 80th anniversary of the Gottscheer Relief Association, but we will also be hosting Gottscheer Treffen. Well, we think we'll be hosting Gottscheer Treffen this weekend next year, as well as the 78th Gottscheer Volksfest. So we certainly hope that we see all of you again next year. Stay healthy, be well. Thank you again. See you soon. We have a few people to thank, and one of them is Ferdinand Huber, who's the Vice President of the Plattsdeutsche Volksfest, and we'd like Ferdinand, also a Gottscheer, to say a few words.
I'll be here. Yeah, I'm a little bit louder, I guess. On behalf of the Plattsdeutsche Volksfest, I'd like to welcome the Gottscheers here. It's 77 years. I remember coming up here when I was a very, very small boy, about this big. I don't think I could see over the shoulder over my, the only person I could see in the crowd was my Uncle Carl, because I think he was about that big. And you did miss somebody. My mother's out there, 93 years old, Lazy Hoover. And she thought that she was going to be the oldest one here. Mom, you lost again. All right, so once again, you got a great day here, and I'm glad to see the Gottscheers here again as a Gottscheer representing the country.
Thank you, Ferdinand. And always great to have the Spitzbuben play for us. So, are you enjoying their music? I did also want to thank our Gottscheer Chöre, the Gottscheer Männerchor, as well as the Deutsche Gottscheer Gesamtverein for their great renditions of the anthems. Beautiful. Also here with us today are representatives from the German-American Steuben Parade. We do march in the parade the third Saturday of every September, so please come out, either march with us, stand on Fifth Avenue, cheer us on. But here to talk a little bit about the parade is Nicole Radsky-Miskevich, the vice chair lady of the parade.
Liebe Landsleute, vielen Dank für die Anleitung.
Oh, I was filming when you said
It's always so lovely to be here at this event. It kicks off our first event of the summer with our court, and we're very proud to have many Gottscheers on our executive committee, including our chairman, Bob Radsky. Here with us today, I would like to introduce you to our court. We have our court chair lady, Bonnie Rum. Princess Kirsten Macknick, Junior Princess Michaela Miskevich, and for her first appearance, Miss German America, Queen of this year's parade, Michelle Matern. As Sonia mentioned, know, the Gottscheers do have a group that marches every year in our parade, and we hope to see you all there on September 20th. It's a Saturday, always the third Saturday in September, and we will be marching up to 5th Avenue, and then we will conclude in Oktoberfest in Central Park. Thank you.
Maria Neubauer, Rebecca Wagner, and Sonia Kulesha.
Oh, they broke the mic.
Hi guys, my name is Dorothy Neubauer. I was Miss Gottscheer 2011, and this year we would just like to honor a few Miss Gottscheers that are celebrating some anniversaries this year. We have Danielle Hinton Petito, Miss Gottscheer 2010, celebrating her 15th anniversary. Christine Spashnik-Schukat, Miss Gottscheer 1995, celebrating her 30th anniversary. Erica Pache-Shemich, Miss Gottscheer 1990, celebrating her 35th anniversary. Margaret Worry Kopnick, Miss Gottscheer 1985, celebrating her 40th anniversary. And we also have Rosemary Morsher Kickle, Princess from 1975, celebrating her 50th anniversary. And as always, we'd like to thank our young Gottscheer ladies for helping us get ready for Miss Gottscheer. We have Kayla Capella, who's the daughter of Andrea Morsher Capella, Miss Gottscheer 2009. Alyssa Miskevich, granddaughter of Princess Anita Mikhailivsky, Princess 1978. And Ariana Carpanini, daughter of Miss Gottscheer 2003, Jeanette Morsher Carpanini.
Hello everyone, I'm going to keep this really brief. We know what you're all here to see, so we're going to get right to it. But before we introduce the new Miss Gottscheer, we would be remiss to not offer a huge thank you and congratulations to Miss Gottscheer 2024, Krista Shemich. Let's hear it for her. Krista did a wonderful job this year attending dances, events, Gottscheer Hall's 100th anniversary. She has been a beautiful representative of our community this year, and I want to bring her up to say a few words before she goes.
Liebe Landsleute, Freunde und Familie, good afternoon everyone. As I stand here today, I find it hard to put into words what this past year has meant to me. Serving as Miss Gottscheer 2024 has been a great honor that I will cherish throughout my life. It's been a year of connection, of learning, and of deep pride, not just in my heritage, but in the incredible people who continue to keep our culture blossoming. When I was crowned last year, I remember looking out into the crowd and feeling the importance of tradition. It was a beautiful kind of weight, the kind that comes from generations of strong women, proud families, and a resilient community. I thought back to the many Volksfests I had attended growing up, standing in the audience, watching the new Miss Gottscheer seated in front of the past ones, such as my mother, who celebrates her 35th Miss Gottscheer anniversary today. I could never have imagined what embodying the role would come to mean to me. Throughout this year, I've had the privilege of traveling to different clubs and events, meeting Gottscheers of all ages. Whether I was dancing at a celebration, sharing a meal at Gottscheer Hall, or simply listening to someone's family story, I was constantly reminded of what makes this community so special. The sense of belonging, the commitment to preserving our culture, and the warmth that instantly makes you feel at home. One of my favorite parts of this year has been getting to speak with younger members of our community, especially the little children who would look at me with excitement and curiosity, or were just taken by the sparkle from the crown atop my head. I saw so much of my younger self in them. I remember what it felt like to look up at this stage and dream. If I've done my job right, I've hoped I've shown them that this role is not just about wearing a sash or giving a speech. Sorry, there's a lot of parts up here. It's about service, about carrying our culture forward, and about taking pride in who we are and where we come from. None of this would have been possible without the incredible support around me. First, I want to thank the Miskatchew Committee. Thank you for placing your trust in me and for all the time, planning, and the care you put into this tradition. Your dedication ensures that young women like me get the chance to honor our heritage in such a meaningful way. To the Gottscheer Relief Association, your generosity and commitment to our community is inspiring. You don't just support traditions, you support people. And I'm incredibly grateful to be part of the legacy you continue to uphold. To all the clubs who welcomed me so warmly this year, thank you for inviting me into your celebrations and for reminding me that the Gottscheer spirit is alive and well, not just in one place, but wherever our people gather. And of course, to my family, there's no way to fully express the depth of my gratitude. Mom, thank you for showing me what it means to wear this sash with pride. Your presence on this stage so many years ago planted a seed in me that grew into this unforgettable experience. To my dad, thank you for showing me what it means to show up with 100% on the soccer field, rain or shine, wearing the Gottscheer emblem proudly on my chest, while playing with Blauweiss Gotchi Soccer Club. To my omas and opas, thank you for instilling me a love of our culture, from Apfelstrudel recipes to stories of Gottscheer's past. And to my siblings, Monica and Eric, thank you for sharing this journey with me and for being part of the next generation that keeps our tradition alive. This role may only last a year, but the sense of purpose and pride it has given me will stay with me forever. I know now, more than ever, that preserving our culture isn't about grand gestures. It's about showing up, about dancing, baking, telling stories, teaching younger generations, and standing together through the years. And now, it's time to pass the torch, or very tangibly, this crown. To the new Miskatchew, Isabella, I wish you all the best on this journey. Embrace every moment, take pride in your origins, and remember that while you stand on the stage for 1 year, you join a lineage of women whose impact lasts much, much longer. Vielen Dank for the memories, the laughter, the stories, and the love. Thank you for an unforgettable year. Ein schönes Volksfest an alle, and thank you.
Let's hear it one more time for Krista. And now I have the honor and privilege of introducing you all to our new Miskatchew 2025, Isabella Lotrian. Before she comes up to speak, we do want to shout out her mom, Marie Hefele Lotrian, who was a princess in 1992.
So Isabella is receiving her sash from her Oma, our second vice president, Elfriede Herfele, who's very, very proud of her granddaughter, I might add. She's receiving her Miskatchew medallion from Jennifer Sedler, Miskatchew 2022. And now being crowned by Krista Shemich, Miskatchew 2024. Congratulations, Isabella. Miskatchew 2025, Isabella Lotrian. Give her a hand.
Willkommen, liebe Landsleute und Freunde des Gottscheer Volksfest.
afternoon, family and friends and fellow Gottscheers. Thank you for coming to the city's event. It is an honor to be named Miss Gottscheer. Thank you for giving this opportunity to represent our community. More into I would first like to thank the Miss Gottscheer Committee and the Gottscheer Relief Association for giving me this opportunity. I would also like to recognize Princess Shemich for her amazing job serving as Miss Gottscheer 2024. Thank you to the board members and club presidents who have given me such a warm welcome. Thank you to my family and friends for supporting me, especially those who have traveled to be here today. And finally, thank you to my Oma and Opa, Joseph and Elfrida Beckley, who always told the stories of Gottscheer and instilled in me the importance of our Gottscheer heritage. It is surreal to be standing before you today as Miss Gottscheer. Dancing at the Volksfest in the Eerste Dansgruppe and running around Gottscheer Hall with great friends are among some of my earliest memories. I remember walking through the entrance of the clubhouse as a young girl and seeing the foyer lined with portraits of actors, imagining that one day I would have my portrait on the wall. I feel fortunate to be joining the long line of previous Miss Gottscheers who have had this honor. Being a part of the Gottscheer community is a core part of my identity. Since as far back as I can remember, my Oma has told me stories about life with Gottscheer, the many Gottscheer traditions, and the importance of keeping the Gottscheer culture alive. Years ago, I was fortunate enough to visit Gottscheer and see Avlad, my grandparents' village. In the cemetery, I got to see the grave of my great-great-great-grandmother, Maria Honeycomb. And as I stood on the hill in that cemetery, I could see in the distance the house where my Opa was born. Seeing the village for myself made the place that my grandparents always talked about real. I also visited the Stadt Gottscheer and went to the Historical Museum. It brought home the 700-year history of Gottscheer and the historical roots of our heritage. Getting to visit Gottscheer, the place where our families are from, was a very impactful experience, and it has always stuck with me. My family has always inspired me to be connected to my Gottscheer roots. I am proud that my family has always been very involved in the Gottscheer community. My Oma is on the Vorstand as the second vice president for the Relief Association and is the representative for the Gottscheer Gedenkstätte. My uncle Robert Heffley is the president of the Gottscheer Vereinigung, of which my Opa is also a member. My mom, Marie Heffley Lotrin, was a Gottscheer princess in 1992. And my great-uncle Karl Honigmann was the chairman for the Gottscheer Landsmannschaft in Vienna and the Gottscheer Arbeitsgemeinschaft. As Miss Gottscheer, I hope to do my part to give back to the community, following in the footsteps of my family members. During my time as Miss Gottscheer, I intend to show that you can still be connected to your Gottscheer heritage and participate in the community, even if you live at a distance from the Gottscheer hubs. I hope I can be an inspiration to young American Gottscheers who feel they cannot be as engaged as they would like to because they are physically distant from the community. I am proud to be a Gottscheer. I am truly honored to be Miss Gottscheer and to have the opportunity to represent the Gottscheer American community. I look forward to serving as Miss Gottscheer this year and meeting many of you at Gottscheer events throughout the year.
Let's hear it one more time for Isabella. Congrats, Miss Gottscheer 2025. A quick note to all of the Miss Gottscheers, we will be taking a picture when this is done momentarily. Do not run away. And princesses, Miss Gottscheers and princesses, don't go anywhere. Thank you all.